Constipation is a common worry for many parents, and it can be quite upsetting for your little one. It simply means that your child is having difficulty passing stools, or their poos are hard, dry, and infrequent. You might notice them straining, looking uncomfortable, or even avoiding the potty altogether because it has become a painful experience. This can happen for many reasons. Sometimes it is linked to the transition from milk to solid foods, a change in diet, or not drinking enough water. Even small things like potty training anxiety or a disruption in their daily routine can contribute to a backed-up tummy, leaving parents searching for a solution. When your child is feeling uncomfortable, the natural instinct is to find a remedy that is both effective and gentle on their delicate system. While there are medical treatments available, many parents prefer to start with a natural, food-based approach first. Using wholesome ingredients that you can prepare in your own kitchen provides a sense of reassurance. You know exactly what your child is eating, with no hidden sugars, salts, or preservatives. A simple homemade puree can feel like a much kinder first step than rushing to medicines, offering comfort and relief through the goodness of nature's own larder, which is always a wonderful place to start. The journey into solid foods is an exciting time of exploration for babies and toddlers, but it can also be a primary trigger for constipation. Their digestive systems are still maturing and getting used to processing a whole new world of textures and nutrients. Foods low in fiber, such as some refined cereals or white bread, can sometimes slow things down. Dehydration is another major culprit. If your child isn't drinking enough fluids, their stools can become hard and difficult to pass. This is why introducing fiber-rich fruits and vegetables alongside plenty of water is so fundamentally important for keeping their little tummies happy and regular from the very beginning of their weaning adventure. Finding a solution that your child will actually enjoy eating is half the battle won. It is one thing to prepare a healthy remedy, but quite another to convince a fussy toddler to take it. This is where the magic of combining familiar sweet flavors with powerful functional ingredients comes into play. A puree that tastes like a treat rather than a medicine is far more likely to be met with an open mouth and a smile. By creating a gentle, tasty, and natural solution at home, you can help alleviate your child's discomfort, support their digestive health, and turn a potentially stressful situation into a moment of nurturing care, strengthening that lovely bond between you. Apples are a fantastic first food for babies and a wonderful ingredient for tackling constipation. They are packed with two types of fiber-soluble and insoluble. Insoluble fiber helps to add bulk to the stool, which can stimulate the bowels to move things along more efficiently. Soluble fiber, particularly a type called pectin, dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance. This gel softens the stool, making it much easier and more comfortable for your child to pass. Beyond their fiber content, apples also offer a naturally sweet and familiar flavor that most children adore, making them the perfect base for a puree designed to be both helpful and delicious. Prunes, which are simply dried plums, are nature's most famous remedy for constipation, and for very good reason. They are exceptionally high in dietary fiber, providing a significant boost to help get the digestive system moving. But their real secret weapon is a natural sugar alcohol called sorbitol. This compound is not fully digested in the small intestine, so it draws water into the colon. This influx of water helps to soften and hydrate hard stools, promoting a gentle laxative effect without being harsh. Prunes are also a good source of essential vitamins and minerals, including potassium and vitamin K, adding extra nutritional value to their powerful digestive benefits. When you combine apples and prunes, you create a wonderfully effective partnership. The sweet, mild taste of the apple perfectly balances the richer, deeper flavor of the prunes. This makes the puree much more palatable for young children who might otherwise be hesitant to eat prunes on their own. The apple's pectin works to soften the stool, while the prune's sorbitol and high fiber content provide the stimulation needed to encourage a bowel movement. Together, they create a synergy where each fruit enhances the other's properties, resulting in a gentle yet potent remedy that works in harmony with your child's body to provide natural and effective relief. Beyond their direct impact on constipation, both fruits contribute to your child's overall well-being. Apples are a source of vitamin C, which is important for a healthy immune system, while prunes offer antioxidants that help protect the body's cells. By choosing this puree, you are not just addressing a temporary problem, you are also providing your little one with a dose of wholesome goodness. It is a brilliant way to introduce them to healthy flavors and establish good dietary habits from a young age. This simple two-ingredient combination is a testament to how powerful and nurturing whole foods can be for our children's health. Making this beneficial puree at home is incredibly straightforward and requires just a few simple steps, ensuring you can whip it up whenever your little one needs it. You will only need 2 medium-sized apples. A sweet variety like Gala or Fuji works wonderfully, about 6 pitted prunes, and a little water. The first step is to prepare the fruit. Wash the apples thoroughly, then peel, core, and chop them into small, manageable chunks. The prunes are already prepared, but it is always a good idea to give them a quick rinse as well. This minimal preparation is all it takes to get started on creating a fresh homemade remedy. Next, place the chopped apples and the whole prunes into a small saucepan. Add just enough water to cover the bottom of the pan, perhaps about 60 to 80 milliliters. You do not want to drown the fruit, as this will dilute the final puree. You just need enough liquid to create steam and prevent it from sticking. Place the pan on the hob over a medium-low heat, bring it to a gentle simmer, and then cover it with a lid. Allow the fruit to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. You will know it is ready when the apples are lovely and tender and can be easily pierced with a fork. Once the fruit is perfectly soft and cooked through, it is time to turn it into a silky smooth puree. Carefully transfer the contents of the saucepan, including the small amount of cooking water, into a blender or food processor. If you are making a small batch, a handheld stick blender placed directly into the saucepan works brilliantly as well. Blend the mixture until it reaches a completely smooth consistency, with no lumps remaining. For younger babies who are just starting on solids, you may want to add a splash more cooled, boiled water to achieve a thinner, more manageable texture for them. After blending, allow the puree to cool down completely before serving it to your child. It should be at room temperature or slightly chilled. The resulting puree has a lovely, naturally sweet flavor from the apples, which children find very appealing, while the prunes add a rich depth. This delicious taste makes it easy to serve as a standalone treat, almost like a special fruit dessert. The fact that it is so tasty is a huge advantage, as your child will happily eat it without ever suspecting it is also working wonders for their tummy. It is a simple, effective, and child-friendly recipe. When first introducing this puree, it is best to start with a small amount. For a baby over 6 months who is accustomed to solids, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day is a sensible starting point. You can see how their system responds before offering more. For toddlers, you might offer 1 or 2 tablespoons. It can be served on its own from a spoon, or you can get creative by mixing it into other foods. It is delicious swirled into plain yogurt, stirred into warm porridge or oatmeal for breakfast, or even used as a fruity topping for pancakes. This versatility helps ensure your child gets the benefits without mealtime becoming a fuss. Proper storage is key to keeping your homemade puree fresh and safe. Once cooled, you can store the puree in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. This is perfect for having a ready supply on hand. For longer-term storage, the puree freezes beautifully. A great tip is to spoon the puree into an ice cube tray. Once frozen solid, you can pop the cubes out and store them in a labeled freezer bag. This allows you to defrost small, single-serving portions as needed, which is incredibly convenient and minimizes waste. Just be sure to thaw it thoroughly in the fridge before serving. While this puree is a wonderful natural remedy, it is important to be mindful of a few precautions. It is powerful, so giving too much can have the opposite effect and lead to diarrhea, wind, or stomach cramps. Always start small. Crucially, if your baby is under 1 year old, and especially if they are younger than 6 months, you should always consult with your GP or health visitor before introducing any new foods or remedies for constipation. They can provide guidance tailored to your baby's specific needs and developmental stage, ensuring you are proceeding safely and appropriately for their age. Ultimately, this apple and prune puree is a fantastic tool to have in your parental toolkit. It is easy to make, uses natural and wholesome ingredients, and offers a gentle way to help your child feel more comfortable. Seeing your little one in discomfort from constipation can be distressing, but having a simple, effective, and tasty solution at your fingertips is incredibly empowering. Remember to introduce it slowly, be mindful of portion sizes, and seek professional advice when needed. With a little care, this simple puree can bring welcome relief and help get your child's happy smile back.